Good morning. It is Monday, 27th of May. We are fast approaching the end of the month. Last few days for the May the 4th Force of Creativity book giveaway. It has been a busy weekend and I didn't do any picking or any work in the store, having had a couple of weekends back to back where it's all been about the store. So we have dropped again under 467. Some good orders, a real mixed bag of orders, actually 18 in over the weekend, which will make for a pretty full-on day today, kind of getting that picked. Some of the things that were on eBay have also sold, and more of that selling over the next couple of days as well. So it's going to be pretty busy, and I've also got some work, as I often call it, to do as well. So time in the store is going to be limited, so I'm going to have to be a bit smarter, working smarter not harder this week to try and keep that part and lot count up, heading into next weekend. Obviously the end of the month, the start of a new kind of week, people getting paid and all of that kind of thing, so I want to try and be on top of it for when that comes around. This week's vlog is doing bog standard business, which is great. 255, a fair few comments, let's be honest, and if I haven't plugged it enough, we are in that last week of the chance to win the Force of Creativity book giveaway or the Commander Cody Brickhead. All you got to do is follow the instructions in that video. If you're watching this, mind you, if you're watching this, I think it'll be gone. May will be finished, so there's no point in me talking about that. There you go, getting me months mixed up. Yeah, so there's been how many on 6 orders on Brickowl. Oh, sorry, that was hard work, wasn't it? And if I go over here, I've just got to keep addresses out of the way. As you can see, we've got a fair few orders on Bricklink. 280, 254. The biggest one down there is 2,939 lots in 2,939 parts in 25 lots. That's the cheese wedges one, and a few people getting added to that 4th of May giveaway. Got to stop mentioning it now, really, haven't I? Anyway, heaps to do as always. A little bag of eBay stuff's under there. The orders are all printed out. The desk is all clear. I'm going to turn the lights on so that there's nice bright light in here. I've already had my coffee. I've already exercised. One of the things you've got to think about when you're kind of working from home and just kind of pacing up and down. On average, I do about 7,000 steps in the store on a normal day. So I've even exercised this morning, trying to stay fit and healthy as we get into it, and as I say, kind of the next week and a half is going to be pretty busy with work, but we're going to still try and push towards that 500,000. That is still the goal. We've obviously got nowhere near it this month for one reason or another, but we're onto it. So I'm going to crack on and I'll report in when all of the orders are picked. It is Monday evening. It has been a long day picking. Orders kept coming in through the day, taking us to 23 orders as of 6:15 tonight. So I've just been picking all day, pretty much, with a few breaks to do some other things. I haven't even done the eBay stuff. So I'll take you through the orders, of which there's everything. Well, not everything, but you know what I mean. First up, Mace Window, a couple of Super Battle Droids, some Trans Red, I'll zoom in so I don't get this shadow, and Tan Seat, window frame, bit of dark blue, and those kind of engine printed tiles with a hole in it. One of the TIE Fighter pilots out of one of those sets that we parted out last week. Some parts, just general, dark red, light blue, grey, black, kind of a lot of used in that one. I ran out of room on the desk. Who'd have thought it, eh? On this one, we've got a whole bunch of dark green. This one getting a tile. going to New Zealand, regular buyer, filled some minifigure heads, some pearl gold hoses, a bunch of trans clear and some other bits in there, and some dark tan. A little bit of a minifigure haul here. Can't quite remember her name. What is it? Ayla Secura, that's it. I see 3PO. I said, was it just at the end of last week that I never saw the C3PO? Boom, there he goes. Luke Skywalker and a Darth Maul, the new Darth Maul. That one also getting a tile, mainly because Ayla Secura is a pretty expensive figure. This is that large order that came in on Friday. Mainly cheese slopes of all sorts of colours, clearing me out pretty much of all of them. A bit of plant action as well, obviously getting a tile as well. This one, red, dark red, orange, dark orange, tan, dark tan, sand green, olive, whole range of blues. So quite a lot in that one. This one, a bunch of white, a whole load of nugget bits and pieces, some black, some light grey, dark grey, and a range of other bits, including a bunch of bottles. I actually think that one, I think I've still got to pick a couple of minifigures for that one. Now I come to think of it, let's just have a little look. I think I skipped those because I was still picking the parts. Yes, still got a Dumbledore and a Lily Potter to pick on that one, so I'll come back to that one. This one, a two-part order. The buyer had asked if they could add that to it, which is all good. The usual kind of suspects, but more olive green. One at the top there getting a tile, black all the way. Just a heap of black. I think there was, oh yeah, there was a couple of tan hinge things in there. This one's pretty colourful. A couple of those space tiles, a whole lot of trans neon orange, a couple of old retro digger fronts, and some dark turquoise. Are they tiles, plates? What are they? Plate modified. More of the usual stuff you'll see. Bit of dark blue, dark red, black Technic stuff going on. This one obviously on a bit of a medieval theme. Whole bunch of bows and arrows in some different colours, some plumes, and one cowl in dark grey. A bit of white in various slopes and fiery things. Technical term, I know everyone loves my technical terms for that sort of stuff. And the one above, a few bits and pieces in white, black, and a printed tile, along with some light blue grey elements. A waist cape and a cockpit hatch in that one. A ladder, although it's really like a grill, isn't it? And a spear in that one. This one is actually getting added to that one over there that came in last week. This is the parts that the buyer wanted to add to it, so that's getting added into that one. A Mandalorian pilot paper bag, polybag, you know what I mean, in that one. This one is one of those samurai helmets with a clip at the front. You know the score. Moaning Myrtle in that one. And the final order of Bricklink Brickowl, also getting a tile, is one of those ones that's kind of white, red, white, yellow, blue, and then a little bit of everything else all slushed together in one other bag. So yeah, plenty orders. I've just got to do all the postage for that, and obviously find those last two minifigures in that little order. Just came to me as I was doing that. Yeah, bit of a session doing that. Also realised I'm getting a bit low on small boxes, so I'll just have to be mindful of that. And with the orders getting a little bit bigger, I'm going to have to keep an eye on my large box stock, just to make sure I don't run out. So yeah, that's where we're at. 7 eBay sales to sort out as well, and there is a set to add to one of these orders. Is also bought another one of that Dark Trooper corridor set, which I think is in that bag under there. Luckily, if not, it's in the storage unit, which I'll have to go and get tomorrow morning. But I didn't get to look at it yet, so that's still to do. So I'm going to crack on with the post. It is Tuesday, just gone lunchtime. I had 4 orders picked, been to the post office already with all yesterday's orders. eBay orders packed up and ready to go, and the 4 from today. So first up, do this zoom in so we don't get the shadow. Little smattering of light blue grey, some yellow, dark blue grey, and a couple of pearl dark grey lightsaber hilts. This one, a Shore Trooper, a C-3PO leg assembly, some weapons, Darth Vader cape, and a Han Solo in carbonite. So nice little Star Wars selection there. Big order of black parts, a load of trans parts, orange, light blue, and some opal light blue, and a little bit dark blue grey, and some orange. I wonder if that is the eye of what's him called it from Lord of the Rings. I don't know. If you can hear the traffic outside, it's because it's raining after days and months and what feels like a year of dry, sunny weather. It's got rainy today. And then the final one today, getting the tile, is from Andrew, HNZ Bricks, I think he might be his handle. I watch you of the channel, so thanks very much, Andrew, for getting stuck in. This one getting and that one actually, getting into the draw for the May the 4th promo at the end of the week. So it'll be in not this vlog, it'll be in the following vlog, whoever's going to win that one. A load of dark green and some dark blue, a bunch of reddish brown, a lot of olive, a bit of sand green, light blue, dark blue grey, dark brown, a net, that could be the first net I've sold, a couple of minifigure heads, some of that yellowish light green, and a couple of axes as well, or a few axes, 2 copper. Those copper ones go well. So 4 of those to be added to the eBay orders, a whole bunch more eBay stuff finishing today, which is what that pile of boxes over there is for, just filling up stuff. So yeah, traditionally Tuesday a slower day, which is fine. Innovation of a bin being added to the store, because I was using that storage box, but the wife thinks it's unsightly, so this has arrived. Just needs a bit more shape. It upsets me that it's all saggy, but by the time I filled it up it won't be. Other than that, it's one of those weeks where, you know, last week was all about getting parts in, and kind of felt the benefit of that over the weekend. This week, priorities kind of split between this and work, which means my time is limited in the store, so we're on that kind of roller coaster of kind of parts coming out of the store without much time to actually put more in. So yeah, the struggle of that is something kind of need to think how to better manage going forward. Yes, it is difficult. The idea was that eBay would prop that up, but now I've got a super busy week, a load of eBay sales coming to an end as well, which takes an awful lot of time, least of all trying to find boxes for everything. So it's a good problem to have, I know, but it is one of those things that you do need to kind of keep in mind, kind of keeping inventory levels ticking over at a level that you're comfortable with without creating too much stress for yourself. It's definitely something that I've not yet cracked, but definitely need to, in terms of supply and demand of parts. And whilst I've got a good system of figuring out what's selling, keeping that inventory flowing into the store at a good level is something that definitely has to get sorted out going into June, July, August. You know, June will see us a year that we've been doing this. So I'm going to do a bit of a recap video as well, which I think will be interesting, kind of the key learnings from the year, that being one of them. Anyway, I better get these things sorted for the post office, get them taken, and then crack on with the work that I need to get done. It's going to be a late one. It is Thursday. We've skipped a day because I was flat out with work. This is one half of the eBay mountain that is going out the door. So all of those sets and 3 more boxes have sold. Just a few more waiting in there. The inevitable non-payer on the Ghost. These are empty boxes. There's a Harry Potter set there waiting to be paid, but as ever with these high value ones, you never know if they're going to get paid, because there's no recourse for bidders that don't pay. The guy that bought the Ghost claims he didn't know how auctions worked, even though he had feedback of 147. I think that's BS personally. Anyway, so these are kind of orders from yesterday and today. I'm not going to be able to be in the store tomorrow, so I'm trying to keep on top of as much as I possibly can as we go along. So the first one is a local WA one, obviously someone building some kind of mills something, clearing me out of the Technic bricks, clearing me out of all of these colours of 8x8 plates, and clearing me out of 2x2 orange plates. Next up, some weaponry, almost clearing me out of those, and I had one white one of those, which is pretty cool. A whole bunch of those kind of binocular type things that were used in a lot of sets, which is pretty cool. This one's got a curved chrome lightsaber hilt, some used 2x4s and 1x4s, and some tan 1x4s. This one kind of, these Technic connectors, if that's what they are, they just sell, along with a little smattering of black. Then into this one, dark red's been very popular over the last day. Black, dark blue grey, a little bit of light blue grey, and that dark red. Russell has moved on from Chewbacca's. He's now moving into Disney princesses, which these are the first I've sold, which is cool, with some crossbows, presumably there for the Chewbaccas, because Chewie needs his crossbow. A whole bunch of dark tan tiles, some window plates. Maybe he's building Elsa's castle, which is a pretty cute kind of feeling. Maybe the Chewbaccas are going to be like standing Yetis. I don't know, but I'm just making this stuff up now. Another regular buyer, getting a little bit of dark red, a little bit of white, a 187th, and some other parts. At the back there, a whole load of trans clear tiles, some Technic bricks, and some other bits. And that one of those, I think it might have been a collectible minifigure, ballerina type skirt thing. And then the biggest order is this one. I'll just zoom out a bit. I'm trying to zoom in and out to get rid of the shadow, but it's not particularly successful. Light blue, dark blue, some cockpits, a whole bunch of dark red, a whole bunch of white, some black, and a nice little smattering of other things, including a bunch of tan. So there we are. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 orders. They're all the postage and everything is ready to go, so they can get added to the pile. Massive delivery to get dropped off at the post office, which I will do the other side of lunchtime, I think, once the rush is over at that end. But going to get these packed up. It's been one of those weeks where not a lot, or zero, has gone into the store. And next week's going to be similar in terms of other work commitments. So yeah, as I kind of said earlier in the week, this ebb and flow of other commitments when you're not doing this full time, it is a tricky balance. But orders are ticking along, which is really nice. We're obviously one day away from the month end, so we'll be able to have a look at, see what's happened the last couple of days for the May the 4th promo, of which this one and that one obviously go into the draw, which is really good. And maybe another one, I can't remember. No. Yeah, so get these packed up, get them off, maybe do a little bit of recording out and about tomorrow, which will become evident why I'm not in the store, and then we will regroup and go again next week. Good morning. It is Friday, and after a 5-hour odd flight or whatever it is a kia ora and welcome from Aotearoa, or New Zealand to most of you probably. I used to live here, so I'm often over here visiting family and friends. So I have it is 7:17 this morning, just through customs and passport control, got the hire car and all of that. And obviously it's Friday the 31st of May, so June the 1st tomorrow, massive Star Wars launches. The heads up from the New Zealand Lego communities, especially the Auckland one where I am, is that some of those new sets, including Commander Rex? Yeah, Captain Rex, that's it, Captain Rex. It's early, come on. I'm only having my first coffee since 7 o'clock last night. And it's a beautiful all press. Can't beat a bit of that when you're in Aotearoa, so that's pretty good. So yeah, we're gonna check out a few stores. We're gonna go Lego store here in Newmarket in Auckland, and then we're gonna head up on the North Shore, which is over the Auckland Harbour Bridge, and we're gonna check out a range of toy stores over there. I've done it before if you've watched the vlogs. Sometimes the prices are pretty good, sometimes there's pretty good deals in some of the department type stores. I won't be doing any audio recording in the shops though, because if there's any music in the background you can't monetize the video on YouTube, which sounds very mercenary, but you get pinged and then they take more scrutiny over your videos and stuff like that. So whilst you've had great fun looking at the dashboard display computer, which says it's a beautiful 16 degrees outside, which I can't remember the last time I actually felt 16 degree temperatures. Perth definitely has the best weather. I mean that's a cold night in Perth. So yeah, onwards off to Newmarket. It's a little bit early for all the shops to be open yet, so I'm going to drive over there, maybe grab some breakfast, and then we'll see what we can see. So here we are in the Lego store, having a look what they've got. They've got the new Mandalorian sets, they've got the new mech, they've got the Ghost, they've got pretty much what you see most places. Got some Commander Codys, don't see them many places. They've got the Executor, they've got a Venator, UCS, good range of that, the small ships. They've got the Sith Infiltrator, and they've got Captain Rex, although $22.99, pretty expensive. I think that is on the exchange. That is definitely overpriced, but they do have that with Saw Gerrera, again overpriced. And they did have Simba, beautiful set, some great parts in that, especially the tail piece. Okay, what time are we at now? It is 10 a.m. on Friday. Lego store done, as you'll have seen from that video and the voiceover that I've recorded on it. Pretty much all of the new sets of note out on the stores. A couple of interesting ones, some space sets that I hadn't seen with some interesting parts. That Simba Lion is a beautiful set, really cool build, but surprising how little the little one is. And obviously they had Star Wars sets out there, including the Saw Gerrera Jedi Interceptor, Sith Interceptor, whatever it is, which you can't get for love nor money anywhere else. So that was pretty cool. What did I pick up? I got some pick-a-brick parts, which I'll not open in the car. I got two of these. Like the Australian ones, they had an awful lot of basic bricks, which, let's be honest, if you're filling one of these with 2x4 bricks, you are not getting your money's worth. They are winning if you do that. And I did pick up my allocation of Captain Rexes, even though they're a bit more expensive at the Lego store. For some reason, the New Zealand store lets you use all of the coupons that you have at once, of which I had 7. So whilst it was limit 2, I picked up both of those, but I got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. I got like $30 off. 2 boxes of those and 2 of those. So it was like 60 New Zealand dollars all up. So a bit of a bargain. And there we have it. The Rex. Oh yeah, happy with that. Dead happy with that. I wonder if people will part this out with the pauldron, because that was like the most valuable part, wasn't it? But yeah, so anyway, I've driven up the North Shore to Toy World, which I think we have in Australia as well, don't we? Not particularly common. They've got a massive window display of the space CMFs, and who knows what else they've got. So I'm going to go in there, do some recording if it's not too obvious. It was a bit obvious in the Lego store. They do look at you like you're a mental. But let's go and have a look. Just a moment for that outside graphic. Love it. Inside, what do we find? Again, much the same kind of stuff on the shelves. They did have the Justifier. You don't see that many places. Those Hoth battle packs, again, they're pretty rare to be found in Australia, although we will see them plenty of times in New Zealand. The usual battle packs, the mechs. They did have the Mandalorian sets, but no Captain Rexes, which is a bit of a shame. Small ships. They still had some microfighters. Yeah, what else did they have? They did have the new Luke Skywalker mech. It doesn't seem to be very popular from what I've seen. And then on the other side of stuff, this is the other stuff that they had. Good range to be had here in Toy World, but man, they charge like a wounded bull. Jazz Quartet, you don't see that very often. They do always have some good older sets here. Rivendell, I haven't seen that on shelves anywhere. Doing a car park haul. This is crazy, eh? They had a couple of the older minifigure Marvel ones numbered. So they are both this lunar fella, who I don't have in the store, and they didn't have any of the new ones numbered, so I just picked up 4, see how we go. Other than that, everything in there was just way overpriced, so far beyond Australian prices, you know, like an extra $5 on top of what we would be expecting to pay. And I think that's always been the case with Toy World. They tend to be fairly expensive, in my experience when I was living here. They get sets early, like they had everything out pretty early, but apart from Captain Rex, obviously. And they had said they had medieval villages out the back as well, which I can't remember whether I've got one or not. I think I might have. Anyway, so we picked up these and we're going to go on to the next store. Quick stop farmers. Here, Republic tanks, alternative boardings, and the Coruscant gunship sets that you do not find anywhere. They had heaps of these as well. I was amazed. Other than that, usual suspects. A load of battle packs, but none of the new ones. Okay, it's now 10 past 11. It's gone up to a crazy 17 degrees. The sun's out though, so that's nice. Farmers, Kmart, Whitcoll's, which is kind of like a stationery bookshop that does have a big Lego section. All of them very much similar prices. Nothing particularly amazing to be found in there. Whitcoll's did have Captain Rex, same price as the Lego store. None of the others really had Captain Rex. Simba seems to be out everywhere, but not a lot of the other sets. Not a lot of the city sets and the Harry Potter sets. I think there might be some Harry Potter sets out. Anyway, next up is the Warehouse, which is kind of New Zealand's version of Big W. They tend to be a bit cheaper, so we'll go and have a look. Final stop, I think, Warehouse. Loads and loads of sets, loads of discounts, nothing particularly exciting. Lots of Harry Potter, lots of Ninjago. Definitely these guys have bought heavy and not sold a lot, which is surprising. Yeah, Duplo, yeah, big audience for that. I guess Dreams, plenty of Dreams. Again, kind of just bulks of them. Animal Crossing, I haven't seen them many places. Minions, again, they don't seem to be going well. Everywhere I go, see them. Heaps of City, that Marvel set still on shelves. Yeah, superheroes not doing particularly well. Loads of city, a lot of these medium city sets, space sets, these in kind of Inside Out, Disney princesses, more Ninjago, you name it, they had it. Over in Star Wars, they had the Bark Speeder, a couple of kind of newer sets, but none of the new sets really. Pod Racer had a lot of those. Again, not seeing them on the shelves much in Australia anymore, but lots of combines, which is always good, isn't it? Yeah. And then the Farmers in the same place, a similar kind of stock as the other Farmers. Coruscant gunships, they had lots of them, and they had not a lot else, but the Bark Speeder was on discount at $34.99, which would have been good had I not already parted out a few of them for the store. A lot of battle packs, a Snob Fighter, not a bad little set, but again, but $34.99 for battle packs, again, it just feels like they're a bit overpriced to me. And what else did they have? They had a lot of the same kind of things everywhere, really. A lot of Friends. Friends seems to be not so popular at the moment. City vehicles. They did have a train set, which again is not one of those ones that you see an awful lot, but I know people that are into the train stuff love it. Beyond that, kind of Minecraft again, kind of a big shelf end of that. More Minions, again, I'm just not sure they're going so well. I don't know what anyone else thinks about that. Harry Potter, are people still interested in Harry Potter? They seem to be remaking a lot of the same stuff. Dreams always seems to be heavily discounted. Well, after a distinctly disappointing morning's hunting, here we are. This is where home used to be. Big, long, expansive ocean. Can't beat it. It's about 5k's worth of beach, I think. Kind of all the way over to there, which is called Whangaparāoa. This is the Hauraki Gulf. And then over there is a national park type area. Not a big one, but a pretty beautiful one. Glorious beach. Very soothing. Anyway, that's the hunting. Gonna kind of check into the hotel now and just wrap up for the week, and then I'll kind of enjoy the weekend. Right, the end of the week then. It is 2 o'clock here in New Zealand, so that's 4 hours back the way to Perth. So I'm well and truly in the future, wrapping up the weekend. 4 orders in so far today, obviously not picked them, but it has meant that the month's revenue has gone up. So we're up like $200 on last month, which is great. But this news just in from Australia Post, they are putting some hefty increases on domestic parcels, international parcels, which were already pretty pricey in my opinion. I have no idea what unaddressed mail is. I mean, who does that go to? 5% on international letters and mail redirection and hold services doesn't really apply, but that is going to be quite an impact on services. I mean, if you think like domestic parcel is around 1060, I think, isn't it? So 3.5% of that. You know, it's a fair old chunk, much more than they put up domestic letters recently. And that was only a few months ago, I think. You know, I think that was April that went up, wasn't it? I seem to remember. So yeah, they have not waited long before hiking up the prices of parcels, which I find a little bit disappointing, to be honest. So we are finishing the week with 111 subscribers. That is 1,111 actually, because I've just checked the totals. Today is the last day of the Force of Creativity prize entry. I don't think anyone's tipped that scales so far today, even though there's been 4. Maybe one of them has, can't remember now. But last day of that, and then we'll do the draw at some point through next week in the vlog. So watch out for that next, not this video, but the next one. It's done all right for the week. 580, obviously not as big as last week's, but I think that whole move in the Bricklink Store was kind of an enticing topic for people to be looking at. So it has been obviously a fairly a week where I'm scrolling down the wrong thing. A week where things have kind of been chipped away at because there's not a lot of things been going in the store. We are back down to 462,000. We've lost about 100 and something lots, which is a fair old amount, and you know that is hard work to get back up there as well. Bad job for next week. Obviously getting some pick-a-brick will help with that, getting some minifigures will help with that, but you know the score, it's kind of, as I've been talking about all this week, it is this continual seesaw effect of putting stuff in the store and maintaining that whilst you're trying to balance other commitments. Anyway, it's been a good week, been a good month really, even though it kind of felt a bit slow at times. I don't know whether it was a 5-week month or not. Obviously we'll do the analysis later, not next week, the week after. It'll have to be, because there's just so much on, and we'll get that all done, and then we'll be able to compare it and see how we're tracking. So as ever, thank you to everyone that's watched. Thank you to everyone that comments and likes. Thanks to all of you that watch and then kind of leave me a message with orders and things like that. It's really much appreciated. It's lovely when you know that kind of it's having a positive effect in terms of, you know, people enjoying it, people feeling like they're part of something, good bit of banter amongst kind of buying chewies and people kind of telling me what they're building and stuff like that. So I love all of that. So thanks very much, everybody, and I shall be back next week.